Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. This is the part 2 video of how to conditionally aggregate data in Tableau. If you haven't watched the part 1 of this video series, I'll highly encourage you to do so because in this tutorial I'm going to build upon the example which we created in the part 1 of this tutorial. Okay, so let's get going. First, I'll give a small recap of what we did in the part 1 video series. So here we have this data of the women's clothing review from an e-commerce website. We looked at the data and the ratings and categorized the ratings as positive, negative and neutral. Then we wanted to identify, based on the positive reviews, which departments are our star departments, and we did that with a series of table calculations. So here, after all the calculations, we had dresses and tops as our star departments for the quarter, and we ended the video with an endeavor to have a text message displayed which will show that the star departments for this quarter are dresses and tops, and it could serve as a headline for maybe an executive dashboard or the organization's quarterly magazine. So this kind of headlines have lots of uses. So let's get going and build it. So the first thing which we need to do is we have created a series of table calculations, but this table calculations will not help us achieve the text which we want. The final text will be, in this case, the star departments for this quarter are dresses and tops. If there are multiple departments, then we'll have comma separated departments in the message. Now, why this table calculations will not work is something which I'll talk about when we go ahead with the calculations, because it will be difficult to understand at this moment. So at this moment, what I'll do is I will be modifying some of these calculations with fixed level of detail calculations. So let me get this filter removed, and also I'll get this text removed because that's not going to be needed. I can probably delete this text as well, and we are going to create it from scratch later. So first of all, what I would want to do is I would like to calculate the number of reviews for each of these departments, and also I would calculate the number of positive reviews for each of these departments, and then do a percentage calculation, and this will be using fixed LODs. And fixed LODs have this advantage over table calculations, is that because this, the star department and this counts are all table calculations. Now if I just remove the department name, if you see the entire calculation breaks. This is not what I want. I want the calculation to stay even if I remove the data. So that is why table calculations, though they are good, sometimes they do not work in situations. So let me create the fixed LOD calculations. So this will be department wise review count, and it's going to be a simple fixed LOD calculation at the department level, and I'll count the number of ratings. Okay, if I just bring it to the view, discrete, so if you see, now we have this count of the reviews department wise. Next, let me create another calculated field and name it department wise positive review, and that's going to be again a fixed LOD calculation. So I'll do, because I'm calculating at the level of the department, so I have to have the department name as a dimension to my fixed LOD, and it will be an if statement. So I want to calculate the count of the ratings only when the review is positive. So I'll say if my rating category is equal to positive, then give me a 1, else give me a 0, and once I sum this entire if statement up, it's going to actually give me a count of the positive ratings, because what I'm saying is if my rating category is positive, then only give me a 1, else give me a 0. So if I close all my parentheses, the calculation is valid. If I apply an OK, and now if I just bring it up, show me now only the positive reviews. Now I'll do a percentage positive department wise percentage positive review. Naming your calculations is very important, though I'm not giving much importance in this videos, but definitely it's going to be important when you work with a lot of calculations. So that's going to be your let me drag it from here, divided by the department wise total review. So what I'm doing, I'm actually taking the count of positive reviews and I'm dividing it by the the total reviews for that particular department, which is going to give me the percentage of positive reviews for that particular department. So when I do that, I get the numbers. So if you see now, for this entire all the rows, I'm getting the same value, and that's what I want. I just want this dimension to be this calculation to be tagged to my departments. I can change this format properly to be a percentage, and now it's the same value. If you see what we have calculated before. Now the next thing remaining is, after we have calculated this value, we just want to identify our departments as whether they are star departments or not. So let's do that. So it's going to be the same calculations which we have created, but we have to create it one more time because we do not want the calculations to be table calculations, because they are inflexible and they always stick to the fields which you have in the view, while fixed LODs, even if once they're created, even if you do not have the fields in context for that particular view, still the calculation and the value stays, which is what we want for this particular case. So let me create a calculated field and I'll call the star department LOD calc, just to identify it, because I already have the calculation done once. So if my percentage department wise positive review is greater than 0.5, then it is a start department is I mean, I can just give it a blank because it doesn't matter really. So let me bring it up, and if you see now, again my dresses and my tops are the start departments. So we have created this bunch of calculations, first with table calculations and now with fixed LODs. And the beauty of fixed LODs is that now if I just remove everything from the view, the calculation stays intact. I can just remove everything, and if you see, I just want to get rid of this totals as well. I can't get rid of it. Okay, we'll fix it. But if you see now, I have my start departments identified by the fixed LOD. Now the next step will be to, now I think we have all the calculations set and we are good to go to take the next and the major step, which is to have that message created. But that is going to be a bit complicated because after we have done a series of fixed LODs, we will need a table calculation. So if you see, you know, table calculations, fixed LODs, they sometimes walk hand in hand to give us the view which we require. So in this case, it will be a table calculation which I need to do next to get the exact text which I want. So I'll take that up in my next video. Stay tuned and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.